a client comes in and says that they've found their dream home, whether it's a horse farm or a downtown condo, I absolutely want you to have it. I really do. And if you're thinking about purchasing a new or additional property, I absolutely encourage it, as long as it fits your lifestyle and you can afford it. Now, one client came in recently and said that they'd found this dream property in the Carolinas. Sounds wonderful. And they wanted to spend as much time as possible walking the beaches at sunrise and sunset and spending as much time as a couple as they could in between. After all, they don't know how many years left they have left. Do any of us? No. But that's when the romance ended, and I put on my financial planner hat and said, because their next question was, so how much can we spend, Dave? Blah. Well, when I hear that question after 25 years in this business, I've learned that they aren't referring to the purchase price alone of the house. This also means gutting the complete house of all the awful accent walls, can you believe someone did that, or themed rooms, or fill in the blank whatevers, and still be able to afford to paint, repair the floors, buy new furniture, add art and rugs so their friends can enjoy this amazing new oasis and find some peace too. And all of you who've done this know I'm 100% accurate. So, what are your plans for the house that you just bought? Now, when I work with many of my frugal clients, however, who can stretch a dollar literally into an onion skin, I'm amazed. I'm not that person. I hire professionals. You don't want me helping you with your plumbing, your carpet installation, your painting, oh God forbid. But I can tell you now exactly how much you can afford to spend on your project. And assuming that you have a good credit score, let's say 720 or above, it may be foolish of you to pay more than 20% down based on today's interest rates. The reason? Well, try to think like a bank. If a bank could borrow money at 3.25% or less for 30 years, wouldn't that bank borrow the maximum? Well, yeah, it would, and you'd probably be wise to do the same. As long as you're making the minimum payments, you can't be evicted, can't be kicked down the street, and any gains in that real estate are real, whether the house is paid off or you took 100% mortgage. I'll also tell you that as long as you're not in the most expensive house in the neighborhood, which is sometimes tough to do, there's nothing wrong with that 80-20 ratio to maximize the value of your house. Now let's talk about the question of whether to pay off your mortgage early or not. And I know Dave Ramsey, he says, hey, we're debt free. And he tells people, you should be debt free. We're debt free. And while there can be advantages and excitement to paying off a mortgage early, I believe this is not actually always the best advice. Yep, I said that, Dave. Think of it this way. You've borrowed money at 3%, tax-wise maybe even less than that. And so you could take that extra money in your budget and put it towards it. But should you pay on that 3% mortgage faster, or take that in extra money and actually invest it somewhere that it could earn 6 to 8%? Now, the answer completely varies by the individual, and it all depends on, and you need to consider, like, where your money will work the hardest for you. But when addressing the mortgage payoff question, I typically see two types of clients. Those that make the decisions based on math, right? Lots of scribbles and scrawls, and those that make the decision based on their heart and their emotions. And while our team will help work with you and will help you solve your financial problems, if you want to be debt-free and pay off your mortgage, we'll help you plan a way to do that. Or if you're thinking like a bank, smart way in my opinion, we'll help you invest the money that you're not using to pay off the mortgage and figure out a way to make more money from that. Either way, we want you to sleep well and be happy. So do you have any questions about buying, selling, downsizing, upsizing, or adding a vacation home and maybe in another state? If so, please contact us. Please give us a call before you make that decision. We're always here to help.